Coronation Street newlywed Lisa Connor Swain is plunged into chaos next week, after what should be her first days of married bliss are overshadowed by a grisly murder case. The street is swarming with police as Lisa and fellow detective Kit Green launch a full-scale investigation into the brutal killing of a local resident. A pathologist's report confirms the death was no accident, and it's not long before an arrest is made. Lisa and her new wife Carla are also forced to cancel all their plans to support traumatized Betsy, who found the body just hours after the wedding. However, with so many people under suspicion after the shocking events of that fateful night, Weatherfield's finest have their hands full as they race to crack the case. This murder has happened right on their doorstep, so Kit and Lisa know their families, friends and neighbors need answers, explains our Corrie source. As the investigation gets going, the only thing that's clear is that this is a very complicated case, so there's no time to waste in gathering vital evidence. Carl Webster, Jody Ramsey, Maggie Driscoll, Megan Walsh and Theo Silverton are the 5 characters in danger of losing their life this week. Show bosses are still keeping quiet about which one is killed, ahead of the big revelation on screen this Friday, May 1st. It takes a crack team to unpick all of the tangled webs that are in play, but fortunately, Lisa and Kit prove to be just that. For D.S. Connor Swain, a series of inconsistencies in a major suspect's story gives her the ammunition to make an arrest. Meanwhile, the police tech experts make an important discovery that could hold the key to the truth. However, a piece of forensic evidence ultimately changes the game and sends the investigation in another direction, as the desperate and guilty do everything they can to destroy incriminating footage. Is the killer still one step ahead of the police, or are Lisa and Kit closing in? The cobbles of Weatherfield have never been short of drama, but this week in Coronation Street, the tension reaches a boiling point as the aftermath of a shocking mystery death sends the entire street into chaos. With suspicion spreading like wildfire, secrets unravel, alliances crack, and one resident finds themselves at the center of a dramatic arrest that no one saw coming. The week begins with an eerie silence hanging over the street. News of the sudden death has left residents shaken, and whispers fill every corner of the rover's return. No one knows exactly what happened, but everyone has an opinion. Was it an accident? A tragic mistake? Or something far more sinister? As detectives begin their investigation, familiar faces quickly come under scrutiny. Every conversation, every argument, and every strange late-night movement suddenly becomes important. In Weatherfield, no secret stays buried for long. Sarah Platt is among the first to sense that something isn't right. She notices unusual behavior from someone close to her, someone clearly hiding more than they're saying. Their nervous glances, sudden disappearances, and refusal to answer simple questions raise alarm bells. Sarah, never one to ignore her instincts, begins piecing things together. Meanwhile, Kit Green intensifies the police investigation. Calm but sharp, he starts questioning residents one by one, digging beneath their carefully constructed lies. His attention turns toward a familiar face whose recent behavior has been impossible to ignore. Gary Windass, already carrying a reputation for trouble, finds himself once again under the spotlight. His history of violence and past secrets make him an easy target for suspicion. Neighbors begin whispering his name, and even those closest to him start wondering if he knows more than he admits. Maria is torn. She wants to believe Gary is innocent, but his evasive answers and growing temper make it harder to stand by him. Every time she asks where he was that night, he changes the subject. Every time she pushes for honesty, he pulls further away. But Gary isn't the only one with something to hide. Theo Silverton's name also enters the frame, especially after reports of a fierce argument shortly before the death. Theo, known for his explosive temper and ruthless decisions, has made plenty of enemies. His recent threats haven't gone unnoticed, and police are keen to discover just how far he may have gone. As the investigation deepens, an unexpected witness comes forward with information that changes everything. A late-night sighting near the scene of the death points detectives in a new direction. Suddenly, the case takes a sharp turn, and the street is left stunned. At the center of it all is a shocking revelation: someone tried to cover up crucial evidence. The discovery sends shockwaves through Weatherfield. Trust is shattered as police realize this was no simple misunderstanding. Someone deliberately tried to protect themselves, or someone they love. Tensions explode at the Platt household when accusations begin flying. Family loyalty is tested as old wounds reopen. David, always protective, finds himself questioning whether protecting family has gone too far this time. Then comes the moment no one expected. In broad daylight, with residents watching from doorways and cafe windows, police cars pull up on the cobbles. The entire street freezes. Conversations stop. Curtains twitch. Even Roy, usually calm and composed, looks unsettled. Officers step out and head straight toward their suspect. The dramatic arrest sends shockwaves through Weatherfield. Handcuffed in front of stunned neighbors, the accused protests their innocence, insisting they've done nothing wrong. Tears, shouting, and disbelief fill the street as loved ones rush forward, desperate for answers. Maria is left speechless. Sarah can barely process what she's seeing. And Gary? His reaction says more than words ever could. The arrest raises even more questions than answers. Is the police suspect truly guilty, or are they taking the fall for someone else? In Coronation Street, things are rarely as simple as they seem. At the station, the interrogation begins. Detectives press hard, armed with evidence that appears damning: phone records, witness statements, and suspicious financial transactions that suggest a deeper motive behind the death. The suspect struggles to explain their actions, and every answer only seems to make things worse. Back on the street, panic spreads. People begin reassessing everything they thought they knew. Friendships are tested as loyalties shift. Some stand firmly by the arrested resident, convinced they're innocent. Others believe the truth has finally come out. The Rovers becomes the unofficial courtroom of Weatherfield, with every table hosting heated debates. Jenny tries to keep order, but gossip flows faster than the drinks. Even Carla Connor gets drawn into the storm. Sharp and observant, she senses that someone is manipulating the narrative. She warns those involved not to trust appearances, because the real truth may still be hiding in plain sight. As the week continues, another twist emerges. A missing item connected to the victim suddenly reappears. Its discovery could either clear the arrested suspect, or expose an even darker betrayal. Someone on the street knows exactly what happened that night, and they're running out of time to keep it hidden. The suspense builds toward a dramatic showdown. Under pressure, emotions explode. A confrontation in the factory turns ugly, with accusations thrown and shocking confessions almost spilling out. Someone loses control, and it becomes clear that the mystery death has triggered far more than just a police investigation. It has exposed years of lies, resentment, and revenge. For viewers, this storyline delivers everything Coronation Street does best: gripping suspense, emotional fallout, and unforgettable street-wide drama. The arrest isn't just about one death, it's about the ripple effect that tragedy leaves behind. Every resident is touched. Every relationship is tested. And every secret risks destruction. As Friday's episode closes, one final cliffhanger leaves fans desperate for answers. A phone call from the station changes everything once again. New evidence has been found, and the person under arrest may not be the real culprit after all. The camera lingers on one face, a person who thought they had escaped suspicion. Their expression says it all. Fear. Because in Weatherfield, the truth always finds its way to the surface. The mystery death may have sparked the chaos, but the dramatic arrest is only the beginning. With more twists still to come, viewers can expect betrayals, heartbreak, and perhaps an even bigger shock waiting just around the corner. One thing is certain: on Coronation Street, nobody is safe when the past comes knocking. And as the cobbles prepare for the next explosive chapter, fans are left asking the same question. Who is really guilty? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crown ST.